Hi friends, it's Doreen, and we are inching week by week closer to summer. And you know what that means? Picnics, family get-together, family barbecues. So I'm planning ahead for my potato salad. I wanted to do something a little bit different. I like to challenge myself. What about you? So I see one of the biggest waves right now is the Grillo's pickle dip. So I thought that will taste great on a potato salad. I'm sure of it. Let's see how we can tantalize our taste buds this summer with some awesome potato salad. Let's get cooking. First start is with the potatoes. Now I've already peeled about 6 medium to large sized potatoes. I am making a smaller batch. This is kind of like a test batch. And it'll be just for our house. I want to see how it's going to taste for the summer. Now I soak these a little bit at that after peeling it and stuff to get all that dirt off and the extra starchiness. And I gave them another rinse. Let's put them in a bowl here. And we'll put some nice cold water in here, and we're going to boil these just till they're fork tender. And we got about 6 cups of water here, maybe a little more. All right, let's get that going. Let's get our potatoes chopped up. So one of my favorite potato salads is really my mom's. She makes it with hard-boiled eggs. She puts the yolk. She makes like a egg yolk dressing. You know, of course, hard-boiled eggs. You don't want these too small. I've got these in nice bite-sized chunks. Get my water started. Everybody into the pool. I love that potato salad. One of the tricks that she does to make it really yummy is she would put a little cup, maybe 1 or 2 tablespoons of vinegar on the potatoes right when they're hot. She would drain them and put them in the strainer and just sprinkle some vinegar on there. I thought that while it's still hot, it just soaks in pretty nice. And I do that a lot every summer, pretty much. We at least have potato salad once a summer, but if you're going to barbecues, then of course you got it more. But I'm thinking this recipe is probably going to be a great thing to bring to the next picnic. We'll see. All right, let's get these chopped up. Boiled. I think I'm going to put a couple of eggs in here. Actually, I'm going to wait until the water boils, and then I'm going to put aside a couple just to give it that little flavor. I don't know if we're going to need it, but we'll see. Some of these are a little bigger, so I'm cutting the other halves a little bit. So we're going to get this water up to a boil. Once you don't want a hard boil. Once it gets boiling, I put it down to a gentle boil. Because I'm using yellow potatoes, and they're a softer potato. We don't want mashed potato salad. Another favorite potato salad I like is a loaded mashed potato salad. We went to this barbecue place in Lakewood, Washington. I think it's called Pete's Barbecue. Anyway, they have great barbecue there. We live in Texas, and so my standard has to be really up there because Texas is known for some really good barbecue. Other states too, which I'm not as familiar with, but when you live in Texas, you have a lot of barbecue. Anyway, we went to this place, Pete's, in Lakewood, Washington, and they had this loaded baked potato salad as one of their sides, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. So then I started making it, and it turned out good. So we're gonna let those boil and get our other ingredients together. It's time to drain these potatoes. Let's take a check. They are totally fork tender, so they're good to go. Woo. Give a little facial. Just put a little water on the bottom of the pan, so anything on the bottom, like the starch and the potato, it's easier to clean. All right. Let those cool just a little bit. We're going to add a little bit of the pickle juice to that. All right. While those potatoes are cooling down a little bit, we're going to get some of the other things prepped. If I can open this jar without getting pickle juice all over me. Now I see that most people use the spears, but because I'm making a small batch, I'm just going to use the chips. Because yeah, I think that's all we need for the potato salad. So I want to put a little bit of this juice on my hot potatoes. Let's take a look at that. Ooh, brimming. Let me get it close up. Those pickles are brimming and the juice to the top, right? 1 tablespoon. There we go. Now we're going to save this juice for our recipe here. Ooh, we got is that a grape leaf? That's huge. Don't need to put that in the blender. In here they've got slices of garlic and big pieces of dill. I have to try one. They are good. Alright, let's put it in here. I'm just going to use my mini chopper. This is the classic dill. So this isn't the spicy. But we are going to add a little jalapeno to our technical difficulties. Alright. Let's put them in here. Gotta get the blade down in there. There we go. Put these back in here. I could chop this by hand, but you don't want these too fine, so I'm not going to go crazy. I'm just going to give it a few pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's kind of how it looks. I want to put it in a bowl so you can see better. Enough that. A little bit of pickle, and that's kind of how it turned out. I think I need this leaf. What? I'm going to put the juice back in here into the container now. So now we just have to put together the dressing. I'm going to clean up a little and then I'll start putting the dressing together. Let's go ahead and make our dressing while the potatoes are cooling down. So I'm using 4 ounces of room temperature cream cheese. A lot of the dips recipes call for whipped, but I think this will work fine. I'm just going to mash it a little bit with a fork so it's easier to, and I could put that through my KitchenAid or my hand mixer and whip it. I'm just going to use a fork and cream it a little bit with that. Said it's nice and soft, room temperature, so it's easy to. Getting excited to test this out. All right, let's use a 1/4 cup of sour cream. Smell something else in here. Really good. I'm not cooking anything. It's like I don't know if one of the neighbors is cooking something. I could smell something too. That's over. Oh, I know what it is. It was like a smoky flavor. It's my bacon. I was like thinking, some of the neighbors cooking something. All right. If I think this needs to be creamier, I'll put a little more in. That in there. And all the last little bits over there. And then we're going to use a 1/2 cup of plain Greek yogurt. This is totally scaled back because we're making a small portion. Remember, we just had this, it's 16 ounces, it's 1 pint. I'm not sure if it's a quart size, is the bigger packs that most people are using. And we'll see if there's going to be a big difference. Not using mayo, right? Usually we use mayo in our. But I'm trying to think in my loaded baked potato salad. Can't remember if I used mayo or not. I know I used, I'm pretty sure I used sour cream and maybe even Greek yogurt in that. So put that back in the fridge. I'm thinking I'm gonna need more just looking at this. Looking at this, I'm like, this is not going to be enough dressing for that potato. So I'm going to add a little bit more sour cream. I'm just going to go in with my tablespoon. 1, 2, 3. And yogurt. 2. I'm thinking I might need 3. So I'll put that in the comments. How much I ended up using totally. You want to make sure you've got that cream cheese nice and smooth. I pretty much got most of there's a few little lumps. I'm just pressing my spatula on the side of the bowl to, all right. Let's add our ranch dressing, or ranch seasoning. Let's see. Half a tablespoon measuring source 2. Half, 1, half, 2. If I need a little more, I'll put it in there. It's like I said, this is, you would use a whole pack if we were making a big batch. I can take the rest. I have probably like half a tablespoon in there, so that's, I just don't want it too salty. So. Right, so let's add, I have 3 whole green onions chopped. I've got probably like a little over a quarter cup of bacon bits. I made this bacon yesterday. I browned it and chopped it up, so I'm ready for today. Let's do our hot sauce now. Teaspoon, that's that little taste I got. I'm not gonna measure. I'm gonna eyeball it. I'm gonna do like a tablespoon and a half. And we're gonna use about about 3/4 a cup of grated cheddar. Smells good, y'all. All right, now we're gonna put those pickles in. Oh. And we're not going to put this back into here. Well, we might. Actually, I might to let it chill because let's check those potatoes. Well, they're cooling off. I probably could put them in there now. Mm. Giving this a good mix. I'm going to put a little bit of the juice in here. Oh, can't forget, we need chopped dill. Let's do 3. Just like a tablespoon of the juice. Let's chop our dill. We can use a little dill for decor on the top of our potato salad. So there's no mistaking if you're serving that with family and friends at a picnic or a barbecue. There's no mistaking there's dill in there. Free advertising for the potato salad. All right. We need a little more than that. You just say tablespoon and a half, maybe. Okay. Okay, let's give this a try before we add it to the, because I wanted to see the rave is. So the first time I ever saw this, the gal had carrot tips, and I thought that looked so good. So I'm gonna try that first, and then I'm gonna try with the corn chips. So let's take a into that. Mm. That's so good. It's like, oh, that is so good. It's, you can taste the dill, of course. You get that little bit of, it opens up your sinuses a little bit with that pickle juice. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. So I love pickles. So hard to judge if you're gonna like it, even if you're not a big pickle fan. But let's try it on the corn chip. Mmm, that's good too. Holds it from the corn and that mellows out the vinegar and the pickle juice. Mmm, healthier version, right? Carrot chips. Wow, that's good. No, I can't wait to make this just a dip for one of our summer barbecues. All right, let's go ahead and add our potatoes. Okie dokie. Well, these are cool to the touch, so I think we're good to go. Add our potatoes in there. Now, one thing I'm totally suspecting, I'm going to add a little bit more salt because it's just perfect the way it is with the dip. But once we add the potatoes, and I think we do need a little more ranch dressing, I'm going to go look in my other pantry and see. Give me a moment. I want to put a little salt and pepper in here. Now, if you wanted the extra crunch, you could put celery, which I usually do put celery in my potato salad. But with the pickles and the crunch of the pickles, I'm like, do I really need it? I don't know. I'm going to let this sit for a couple hours and then be the judge. But I'm going to see if I have any more ranch dressing. Well, hopefully you didn't cut off. So I added more ranch dressing, added about another tablespoon of the pickle juice, and this tastes really great. Now we're going to let it sit for a couple hours and then put it in a prettier bowl. Just for now, this is really good. Yum. Gotta try it. So I want to take my potato salad and split it into two different bowls, a smaller bowl and then one to go, because I'm going to give some to my daughter, let her try that. And I realized I forgot one thing. Oh, I seem to forget something. Jalapeno. That's going to just knock it up a new level. So this has been sitting for probably in the fridge for an hour and a half. So it's probably absorbed a lot of good flavor. I won't serve this until tomorrow. So we'll still have time for that jalapeno to do its thing. Let's cut up that jalapeno. And I need a little baggie to put the seeds in and everything. Make sure you don't touch your face. And this is a small batch. I might just use a half. I'm not totally sure if I will. But let's get those seeds out. Oh, that paring knife is too big. Need a smaller one. Now you have your favorite little knives. These I've had for forever, but I just feel the most comfortable in my hand. Yeah. Seeds out of both halves. Seeds is what makes it real spicy, so let's get them out of there. It's funny, I never really watched much of what spicy or hot. I've come to really have a real liking for jalapeno, and I don't know if I'm just getting used to it, but it doesn't feel like it's as hot as it used to be. In Texas, when we lived there, we go to this place down in Fort Worth at the stockyards, and it was like a little strip with different restaurants. They had the rodeo down there. They would have like a daily cattle run, I think once in the morning and once in the afternoon, like a little mini cattle run. Really kind of more a touristy thing. Anyway, there was this rib place, and it was like kind of all you can eat ribs for like $11.99. That's going back a few years. But they always served with their barbecue, with their ribs, their brisket, their chicken, roasted jalapenos with a couple slices of raw onion. And I've gotten accustomed to that flavor, and especially the fire roasted jalapenos. Oh, it tastes pretty good. That's one of the things I remember about Texas, and I remember living there and thinking, man, you drive down to a lot of places in Fort Worth. Don't touch your face. Almost did. And it smelled like barbecue just going down the street. Well, let's mix that in. We'll wash our hands. I don't want to crazy on this because I don't want to mash my potatoes. And wash my hands really good, and then I'll transfer it. That way, if I accidentally touch my face, you're gonna give your hands a good washing with hand soap. any of those oils from the. All right, so let's dish it up. Let me do my little to-go one first. Maybe I'll use that for my thumbnail. I've been doing this for, I don't know. How long have I been doing videos? At least 2 years. Probably more than that. But I'm not that great at thumbnails. What attracts you to a thumbnail? Is it the color? Is it how many views it already has? I think the colors pull me in. This smells really good. I think I have a jalapeno with it. Probably just right. So when I figured it out, I was like, what bowl do I want to fit in here? It's just what I need a couple of pieces for me, so for tasting. Let's get the lid. So there we go. We've got another potato salad for the summer. And cute. Or what? I think it's cute. We eat with our eyes, right? I like how things look. They look appetizing or not. Let's get a close up. Here we go. Let's get a close up. Doesn't that look good? Mmm. Woo! You can taste that little bit sourness from the pickle juice. But it's not too much. It's just like a nice surprise. So I'm going to take another bite. It's nice balance with the bacon, the smokiness of the bacon. This is really good. Nice and creamy. Well, that's a win-win in my book. So let me know in the comments if you've already tried the Grillo's pickle dip in your potato salad. If you think you will try it, let me know what is your favorite summertime potato salad. Is it your typical egg and mayo based, celery, onion? Do you like to use a lot of dill? No dill? I do a loaded baked potato salad is my kind of standard go-to, and my mom's just classic egg baked potato salad. So and let's see, German potato salad too. I do like that, but I don't make it that much. But I'm gonna do that. Maybe not this summer. This is gonna be my go-to potato salad this summer. I'm gonna make my mom's, and then I'll make this for one of our next picnics. But anyway, I enjoyed making it. It was a lot of fun trying it. Get on the bandwagon of the pickle dip. So I will see you next time. We are coming up with Cinco de Mayo is our next celebration, so I'll have several recipes for you for that celebration. Whether you're celebrating at home or with some friends or family, it's fun to be part of the celebration with everybody with good food and good friends and family. So until next time, we'll see you here at Back to Home with Doreen. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. And I've got lots of recipes for desserts, main dishes, appetizers, and brunch for every day and special occasions. Have a great week.